Let's dive into a Hollywood drama that's making waves. Justin Baldoni, the director behind the highly anticipated adaptation of It Ends With Us, has unleashed a bombshell $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and her publicist Leslie Sloan. The case, filed in New York federal court, doesn't stop there. It also involves Baldoni's own production company, Wayfarer Studios, alongside its CEO Jamie Heath and PR representatives Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel as co-plaintiffs. The allegations are jaw-dropping. Baldoni accuses the defendants of extortion, defamation, breach of contract, and more. This case isn't just about legal disputes, it's a deep dive into accusations of manipulation, fiery creative battles, and reputational chaos that has left Hollywood buzzing. This $400 million lawsuit isn't Justin Baldoni's first courtroom battle. It follows another jaw-dropping case where he sued the New York Times for $250 million, accusing them of spreading false narratives. But this new legal action goes even further, with Baldoni claiming that Blake Lively, backed by her husband Ryan Reynolds and publicist Leslie Sloan, orchestrated a calculated campaign to sabotage him and tarnish the reputation of his production team. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the drama is unfolding like a real-life Hollywood thriller. Baldoni and his studio, Wayfarer, had high hopes when they acquired the rights to Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, It Ends With Us. Casting Blake Lively as the lead in late 2022 initially brought excitement and star power to the project. However, things reportedly took a turn when Lively began demanding greater control over various aspects of the production. Her influence, according to the lawsuit, extended into areas like wardrobe decisions and even rewriting crucial scenes, key moments that could make or break the story. Baldoni's complaint alleges that these actions were part of a larger power play by Lively to take over creative control of the film, setting the stage for a heated clash behind the scenes. The complaint alleges that Blake Lively's involvement far exceeded the typical responsibilities of an actor, igniting a series of creative disputes on set. One major point of contention was wardrobe. Baldoni and Sony reportedly faced backlash from the public over the characters' costumes, prompting Baldoni to address the issue directly with Lively. However, what should have been a routine discussion reportedly took a dramatic turn. Media outlets later sensationalized the interaction, claiming it was an emotional confrontation that delayed filming, an account Baldoni fiercely denies in the lawsuit, labeling it a gross misrepresentation of the truth. The lawsuit further claims that Lively's influence spiraled out of control when she insisted on rewriting pivotal scenes, including the iconic rooftop encounter where Lily and Ryle meet for the first time. Baldoni, initially hesitant to hand over such a crucial moment to an actor, eventually agreed to review her version of the scene. But the situation escalated. Lively's draft reportedly received enthusiastic praise from her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and their close friend, Taylor Swift. Their support added significant weight to her demands, turning what should have been a collaborative process into a high-stakes power struggle that reshaped the dynamic of the production. In a striking detail from the lawsuit, text messages reveal Lively referring to Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift as her dragons, emphasizing their powerful roles in backing her creative vision. With such influential allies rallying behind her, Baldoni reportedly felt cornered and reluctantly agreed to incorporate some of her changes. Yet, this decision wasn't without its cost. He feared the alterations might undermine the story's core integrity and shift the film away from its original vision. The lawsuit paints an even broader picture of Lively's escalating control over the production. Her drive to oversee multiple facets of the project reportedly created an increasingly tense and difficult environment on set. Baldoni and his team allege that Lively consistently resisted their efforts to maintain creative consistency, leading to frequent clashes. The complaint describes this period as one of mounting conflict, with Baldoni struggling to balance professionalism against what he perceived as manipulative and overbearing behavior. This turbulent working dynamic, as detailed in the lawsuit, made it nearly impossible to maintain harmony behind the scenes and pushed the production into a state of disarray. A deeply personal and controversial accusation in the lawsuit centers on Blake Lively's claim that Justin Baldoni fat-shamed her postpartum body. The suit states that Baldoni contacted their shared trainer to inquire about Lively's weight, a step he described as a routine measure to plan for a scene requiring him to lift her. Baldoni insisted this was purely logistical, yet Lively reportedly took great offense. According to the complaint, the matter escalated to the point where she allegedly threatened to walk away from the production entirely. The lawsuit also includes text messages where Baldoni is seen offering lively reassurance about her appearance. He expressed a desire to ensure she felt comfortable and supported on set, emphasizing her value to the project. However, despite these efforts, the issue continued to grow. Lively's allegations of insensitivity became a major point of contention, casting a shadow over their already strained professional relationship. According to Baldoni, this incident not only deepened the divide between them, but also added significant tension to an environment that was already fraught with creative and personal clashes. The lawsuit also sheds light on how Baldoni's efforts to support Lively during her postpartum period were allegedly twisted into accusations of insensitivity. Baldoni points to numerous exchanges where he sought to reassure Lively, emphasizing her importance both personally and professionally. According to the complaint, these gestures were aimed at fostering a supportive environment. However, despite this documented effort, the allegations against him gained traction in the media, escalating public scrutiny and further deepening the divide between the two. Baldoni claims this issue became a major flashpoint, complicating their collaboration and leaving a lasting shadow over the production. Another significant controversy in the lawsuit centers on the role of intimacy coordinators during filming. Lively claimed that certain scenes left her feeling uncomfortable, alleging that an intimacy coordinator was not consistently available on set. Baldoni, however, strongly disputes this, stating that a female intimacy coordinator had been hired early in the production process to prioritize professionalism and sensitivity. He further alleges that Lively often avoided meeting with the coordinator, preferring instead to discuss intimate scenes directly with him. On some occasions, these discussions reportedly took place at Lively's home with Ryan Reynolds present. According to Baldoni's team, this dynamic created an increasingly strained and uncomfortable working relationship. The complaint suggests that Lively's approach not only bypassed established protocols, but also contributed to the tension on set. Baldoni argues that her claims misrepresented the true circumstances, further fueling conflict and making an already challenging production even more difficult to navigate. The lawsuit takes a dramatic turn by accusing Lively of intentionally misrepresenting private discussions to paint Baldoni in a negative light. According to the complaint, Lively allegedly fabricated claims of inappropriate behavior to tarnish Baldoni's reputation, redirecting attention away from her own actions during production. Baldoni contends that these allegations were a deliberate attempt to damage his standing and sway public perception in her favor, escalating an already intense situation. These accusations, as outlined in the lawsuit, reportedly created significant tension on set, fueling discord between the two. Baldoni claims that this mischaracterization of their interactions not only harmed his reputation, but also marked a crucial turning point in their professional relationship. The environment, already fraught with creative conflicts, became increasingly volatile as trust eroded and collaboration grew more difficult. This alleged betrayal, according to Baldoni, amplified the challenges of an already contentious production. The SAG-AFTRA strike introduced a fresh wave of challenges to an already turbulent production. When filming resumed, Blake Lively reportedly presented a list of demands she insisted must be met before returning to work. These demands included guarantees of on-set safety and changes to the working environment. However, according to Baldoni's lawsuit, some of these demands were exaggerated or intentionally misleading, painting the production in an unfairly chaotic and unprofessional light. The complaint describes the stakes as incredibly high. Failure to comply with Lively's conditions could have led to catastrophic consequences. Baldoni alleges that the demands jeopardized the entire project, potentially risking the loss of millions of dollars in investment, the livelihoods of hundreds of crew members, and the future of the film itself. This situation, as outlined in the lawsuit, only added to the growing tension and reinforced the strained dynamics that define the production. The tension didn't stop there, it only intensified. According to the lawsuit, Blake Lively took control of the film's editing process, sidelining the original editors and replacing them with her own team, reportedly chosen through her connections with Ryan Reynolds. This move, Baldoni alleges, came despite test audiences showing a preference for his version of the film. Yet, to secure Lively's participation in promotional activities, Sony and Wayfarer reluctantly approved her cut. Baldoni argues this decision sacrificed the artistic integrity of the project, leaving his vision for the film significantly altered. As Lively's influence grew, so did the frustration among the production team. The lawsuit highlights internal communications and text messages that reportedly capture a growing sense of discontent among producers and crew members. These messages describe the working environment as increasingly hostile, with many feeling alienated and unable to challenge Lively's decisions. Baldoni's team claims that her demands and unilateral choices disrupted the creative flow, turning what should have been a collaborative effort into an ongoing power struggle. According to the complaint, this battle for control transformed the set into a battleground, further eroding the teamwork and trust necessary for a smooth production process. In a dramatic twist, the lawsuit accuses Blake Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, of orchestrating a calculated smear campaign against Justin Baldoni. The complaint alleges that Sloan deliberately planted stories in the media, portraying Baldoni as a difficult and unpopular figure on set. According to Baldoni, these false narratives were part of a coordinated effort to protect Lively's image, as she faced growing backlash over her controversial promotional strategies for the film. The drama deepens with the involvement of Baldoni's former publicist, Stephanie Jones. The lawsuit claims Jones leaked private communications to Lively's team, supplying the ammunition for this public relations onslaught. Baldoni contends that Jones acted out of revenge after their professional relationship ended, turning what should have been a private matter into a full-blown media spectacle. This alleged betrayal, Baldoni argues, only heightened the chaos surrounding the production. What might have been manageable conflicts spiraled into an all-out public controversy. The lawsuit paints this as a deliberate and malicious campaign to undermine Baldoni's reputation, exacerbating the already volatile dynamics on set and further fracturing relationships behind the scenes. The lawsuit details how these meticulously coordinated PR efforts allegedly aim to tarnish Justin Baldoni's name while conveniently deflecting attention away from Blake Lively's own missteps during the production. Baldoni asserts that the negative press wasn't grounded in genuine grievances, but was instead a carefully orchestrated tactic designed to manipulate public perception. By framing Baldoni as the villain, the lawsuit argues Lively's team sought to shield her image at any cost, even if it meant severely damaging Baldoni's reputation and that of his production team in the process. The already fraught relationship between Baldoni and Lively hit its most public and humiliating low point during the film's premiere. The complaint describes an event that highlighted the fractured dynamic in stark terms. Baldoni and his guests were reportedly segregated from Lively's entourage, with his group being escorted to a basement theater for the screening. Photos from the event captured the stark divide between the two sides, underscoring the strained relationship. To make matters worse, after the screening ended, Baldoni's group was swiftly ushered out of the venue to avoid any interaction with Lively and her guests. This arrangement, as described in the lawsuit, served as a public reminder of the deep tensions and hostility that had plagued the production from start to finish. According to the lawsuit, the events at the premiere symbolized the peak of the hostility Baldoni claims to have endured throughout the production. He describes this treatment as a glaring example of the broader challenges he faced while navigating the tense and contentious dynamics on set. For Baldoni, what should have been a celebratory milestone for the film turned into a public demonstration of exclusion and disrespect. This moment, as detailed in the complaint, wasn't just about the physical separation at the premiere. It encapsulated what he alleges was a consistent pattern of marginalization throughout the project. The lawsuit concludes with a searing critique of Blake Lively's actions, portraying them as a flagrant abuse of power that, in Baldoni's view, deeply compromised the essence of the project. The complaint argues that Lively's self-serving decisions prioritized her personal brand and image over the integrity of the film itself. Baldoni alleges that her influence alienated audiences and diluted the intended message of the story, which sought to uplift and resonate with survivors of abuse. A fundamental theme of It Ends With Us. This, he contends, was not just a betrayal of the film's vision, but a damaging blow to its potential impact on viewers. The plaintiffs argue that Blake Lively's actions were driven by a desperate attempt to salvage her public image after a string of missteps during the film's promotional campaign. Rather than taking responsibility for the backlash, the lawsuit claims Lively deflected blame onto Baldoni and his production team, fabricating allegations to shift the narrative. By painting Baldoni as the source of the problems, Lively allegedly sought to protect her reputation at his expense, further deepening the discord between them. The lawsuit, however, aims to address more than just personal grievances. Baldoni's team takes a broader stance, calling out industry-wide practices that, they argue, routinely undermine creative integrity. They highlight how power imbalances, manipulative public relations strategies, and unchecked egos can overshadow the artistry of filmmaking. This case, according to the plaintiffs, is a stand against a toxic culture that prioritizes power plays and reputational gamesmanship over authentic storytelling. For Baldoni, the legal battle represents more than a fight for justice. It's about exposing a systemic issue in Hollywood that threatens the essence of filmmaking itself. The stakes in this lawsuit stretch far beyond financial damages and could leave a lasting mark on everyone involved. For Baldoni, the case offers a critical opportunity to restore his professional reputation and shed light on the challenges faced by creators navigating the Hollywood system. On the other hand, for Lively and Reynolds, the allegations pose a serious risk to their carefully crafted public images, with the potential to erode their credibility within the entertainment industry. This legal battle also underscores the complexities of collaboration in Hollywood, where personal dynamics and creative differences often lead to explosive consequences. As the courtroom drama continues to unfold, it's becoming clear that this case isn't just about money. It's a confrontation over power, reputation, and the future of artistic storytelling in an industry under constant public scrutiny. With stakes this high, the drama surrounding It Ends With Us has captured widespread attention, leaving audiences eager to see how this contentious chapter will conclude. The resolution of this case could redefine not just the careers of those involved, but also the cultural landscape of how films are made and managed in Hollywood. As this legal battle rages on, the drama behind It Ends With Us serves as a stark reminder of the high stakes and power struggles that define Hollywood. Will Justin Baldoni reclaim his vision and reputation, or will Blake Lively and her team emerge unscathed? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This story is far from over, and the entire industry is watching every move. Stay tuned for more updates as this explosive case unfolds.